Hey, what's up, everybody? Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? If you're watching this live, hey. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel or on Spirit TV channel, the Spirit Channel TV. I don't want any reactions. Facebook must have done an update or something because there's all kinds of new stuff they want me to comment on. I'm thinking, no, I don't want to do any of that. But anyway, guys, if you're watching this live, hey. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel or on the Spirit Channel TV, hey, check it out. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. I put out something today that on Reels for the first time, and $85 30 minutes, billhobart.com. What else? Oh, memberships. If you're into that, if you want guidance, if you want to be part of a group, collective, if you're looking for support, if you're looking for all of that, billhobart.com. The memberships of Coaching for the Soul. Okay? And what else is going on? Today's program. Yeah. So a lot of cool stuff astrology-wise. It's interesting. This month and next month are going to be mwah. So take advantage no matter what your zodiac sign is, what your rising sign is. Okay? A lot of the information that I get from YouTube, most people do rising signs, which is very interesting. It's very, very interesting. So listen to your rising sign first, and then listen to your sun sign. Okay, I'm going to post something that I'm listening to now. I'm Bill Hobart, on the Bill Hobart Facebook page, the Bill Clairvoyant Facebook page, and the Bill Hobart Clairvoyant Medium Psychic page on Facebook. Okay, so it's very, very, very cool. It's called Rising Sign Astrology, and this guy's kind of dry, but man, he's freaking good. He's really good. You don't really have to know a lot about. Just listen to the details of whatever it is. Don't get caught up in squares and conjunctions and stuff like that. Just listen to what it's saying, and it's pretty freaking cool. It's going to be very, very good for the rest of this month and next month. Okay. Lots of love, lots of new changes, lots of moving, lots of everything. So, I don't know what that's about. Hang on, guys. I'm going to shut something off really quick. Sorry about that, but I have to because it's going to make me... I have an ionizer in my house to get rid of the dog stuff, and I'm so allergic to her. But when I'm talking, sometimes it's too much. Anyway, what else is going on? A lot of stuff up here. I'm gonna channel for however long, and we'll see what comes up. What else? It's just about 5 weeks from the first day of summer already, right? Today it is 57 degrees, wind chill is about 48 in Detroit. It's sunny, it's beautiful outside, but yesterday it was 79 and sunny. So we go through the back and forth in Michigan all the time. So yeah. So we'll see you. So we'll see who comes on. I'm trying to think what spirit's gonna. The chimes have been crazy all day because I've been listening to all kinds of different information from YouTube. Again, get a YouTube feed, everybody. Okay, because I'm telling you what. It will bring you the stuff that you need to do, that you need to look at, that you need to listen to, okay? If for the people in the group, in the memberships, I have posted in the memberships, Dr. Joe Dispenza, conversations, short ones, watch them. It is information that will enlighten you, okay? The energy right now is pretty heavy. A lot of people are angry, very angry. And so it kind of brings down your personal energy if you're not paying attention. It's kind of hard because you can't be up there all the time, right? It's difficult to keep it there when the collective is not in the same space. So we have to do things to take care of ourselves. And one of those things is, again, I put them in the membership Coaching for the Soul Facebook group so you guys can look at them and listen to them, okay? If it doesn't resonate today, it may resonate next week. May resonate this weekend, might resonate whenever. So don't wait for them or your ego to tell you to do it, okay? It's just one more source that can keep your vibration high. And also, there's lots of information in there. That's why I posted them there, because it is really, really good stuff that I talk about. And that's what I really liked. That's what it's kind of like a confirmation thing for me. So, yeah. So I'm just going to go over some things before I start to channel that some of us have heard before, but I'm going to reiterate them. Okay. So many people are having the "why don't I like them anymore" conversation. Okay. How come they don't vibe with me anymore? Why are they like that? Why is it like that? I don't understand. That never bothered me before. Okay, so as we raise our vibration, right, and we keep it there, or it's there more often than not, all right, understand that they no longer, your friends, some of your family, whatever, does not jive with you, and it's irritating. They're truly in 3D for at this point. You obviously are not, okay? So keep your judgment to yourself, because that's ego, all right? And use it in a way that shows you how you've grown, okay? Shows you how you've grown, because that's why they're bringing it to you, right? And do not feel bad about making them front porch friends, not living room friends any longer, okay? Front porch friends are people that I'm acquainted with. Living room friends are people that I allow in my space, that I'm comfortable with. Good friends, which at the moment I have friends. They're not good friends any longer, because I don't see them that often. We don't really talk. And again, they're muggles and I'm not, right? So maybe half-bloods, maybe one or two of them. But I don't see them that often, or I don't talk to them. So they go into the front porch, okay? And that's something that you make the determination yourself, all right? Because the energy has shifted. You're now here and they're still here, okay? So don't feel bad. Don't wonder what it is, because that's exactly what it is. And we'll talk about this again in the Coaching for the Soul membership Zoom that I have scheduled for the 21st, okay? May 21st. That is the Wednesday before Memorial, no, the Wednesday before Memorial Day. Yeah, okay. So I'll bring up that again then, but just make sure that they don't need to know. You don't need to explain anything to them, right? All you do is you're not always available. You're distancing yourself from them, right? And again, I've had lunch and dinners with these friends that are now front porch friends, and I still care about them. They just don't understand who I am, right? And so you don't want to bring that in. What do you have to talk about? I mean, again, you can try to talk to them about your spiritual space. Well, that's never going to work because they're like, huh? What are you talking about? Because most people are angry about what's going on in the country right now, okay? So, and that's okay. That's what it's for. Always remember, what all of us are going through is changing the energy in the country for a reason, right? So that it can be rebuilt to serve the people who live in America. That's what's happening, all right? So it's okay. It's okay, okay? Again, pack your pantry, pack your freezer with things, because there's other things that are going to happen in the future that you just want to make sure that you take care of yourself. That's basically the point, okay? Now, another thing is, it was just right there, and disappeared. So let me see if I can get it back. Another conversation that I had with people. Well, it'll come back. If I'm still talking about it, it'll come back. Okay. So, like I said before, May and June are months. All right. Pay attention. Pay attention to the good days. I know that the full moon is the 12th in Scorpio. Okay. Find out where it's at. Find out what you have. I believe it's at 22 degrees. All right. So check your birth chart and see where what's in Scorpio, if you have any planets. All right. Or any of the fixed signs. All right. So that is Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. That's not Aquarius rising. There's five signs. Yeah. So that would be 5. In those houses, find out if you have anything. Again, if you've done your birth chart with Pam Gregory at pamgregory.com, you get an analysis of where. Sorry, guys, I was going to bring this out and I forgot to. You've got an idea of where everything's at. Okay, and for me, it's going to be a pretty good. It's going to be a pretty good day. And that's just because it's at 22 degrees and I don't have anything but nothing in a fixed sign at all. All right. That is at that degree. I have 8 degrees and 2 degrees and things like that, which means it's not going to affect me much at all in a negative or positive way. And I'm okay with that, with just being status quo. Okay. But that helps you to understand, what all these things do to you in the days that they do them, right? So you don't put, oh my God, it's a full moon and this, no, and then nothing happens. And you spend the whole day in this energy of WTF. Yeah. Okay. So, that's what birth charts are for. Okay. But I know that the 24th of May, wonderful. The 25th of June, wonderful. Okay. Those are days that are all A++++, right? So prepare. Do your guided meditations. Do all the things that you have to do to take care of yourself. Your daily spiritual practices are everything, guys. It's everything. That means if you got to get up 20 minutes early to do a Dr. Joe guided meditation, do it. Or you get up 20 minutes early to do the affirmations by Dr. Joe or whoever lifts your vibration. Okay? Because I'm telling you, it will change the way that you work for that day. If you're working, it will change the way that you deal with your family or the energy in the country, whatever. If you keep that going, it keeps your vibration high. I've even started doing a Dr. Joe meditation before I go to sleep, which is not my deal, but they told me I needed to do it. So again, started it 3 days ago. And yeah. It's pretty interesting how I wake up in the morning. It's like I just got beat up by a truck. Okay. So very, 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 very interesting. Keep that birth chart handy. Keep it around. Start listening to things on YouTube, right? Again, there's cool stuff on Facebook. There's cool stuff on Insta. There's cool stuff on TikTok. Okay. So their energy. They will bring you what you need. In fact, somebody texted me the other day and said, it's crazy. I got these things on YouTube, Bill, and they fit perfectly with me. Exactly. And they're normally in the first line, the first 4, maybe 5. Okay. And that's how you know it's meant for you. All right. It's meant for you. Keep talking out loud. Keep talking out loud. Keep talking out loud. Because the good stuff is coming. Right? And if we're in the energy of WTF, if we're in the energy of it doesn't matter because I'm in this place in 3D, emotional place, angry place, whatever, you got to work harder. I do my meditations about 11 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because I wake up evil as hell in the morning. I do not like the morning at all. It doesn't work for me, right? I just don't feel good in the morning. I never have, even as a kid. So I start my morning about 10:30, 11 o'clock after I've woken up and had some things and take the dog for a walk and fed her and we've had breakfast or whatever, right? Okay. So again, keep that in mind. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. All right. So, okay. Now, they're telling me it's time to channel. Okay. So let's see where we're going to go with this today. Okay. Which direction are we going to go? Okay. There's no script there. Okay. So they want to talk about the next 3 months. No, the rest of the year. Okay. Okay, got it. More and more of the people that watch this program are deeply connected to their guides, deeply connected to the divine. And they're going to get all kinds of energy, they're going to get all kinds of messages, going to get all kinds of situations, all kind of synchronicities that are showing them who they are. Most of those things, most of those things will connect to your heart, okay? Connect to your heart and absolutely ignite you. And you may find it difficult to keep your structure in place, to keep because your energy is going to burn it. Your energy is going to burn your structure, okay? Okay, especially in the month of June, all right? Especially in the month of June because of the astrological things that are going on, okay? Burn and let go, burn and let go, burn and let go. Okay. Your daily practices allow you to release things as they come. As we bring new energy, as we bring new information, as we bring new, as you call them, psychic abilities, a lower vibration makes you sick. Lower vibration makes your body ache. A lower vibration hurts your stomach area. Because those of you that are aware of being in a higher, they say a higher realm, will automatically understand, okay, my vibration is not high enough. It's kind of like when you're thirsty but you don't drink water, right? Drink water because it'll make you feel better, right? Because people are getting way, way, way dehydrated. The higher we get in higher dimensional energy, which is lighter, the more water comes out of us. It's no longer dense in 3D, okay? So we have to truly understand that to keep our vibration high is important because then everything comes online at the proper time. I know. They need to allow the energy. Oh, hang on. They need to allow the energy to pass through them, to connect, to activate, to absolutely allow. The flow that Bill always talks about is very, very important because you have to flow for us to take care of you. You have to flow for us to release the knowledge that has already been downloaded and uploaded into your brains. Chimes. Many of you are so tense, so structured, so afraid, so unbelieving that it is, hang on. It's extremely difficult for us to constantly barrage you with the flow and have you reject it by blocking it, by putting energy, by ego putting energy around you for safety, believing that the energy that's coming towards you is harmful to you. It is not. It is not. Epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. Absolute recharging your nervous system. Changing the way that your energy flows. Changing the way that your energy acts. And also how much energy you put out to the collective. How much energy you are, got it. When you are protected, you limit the energy that goes out to the collective. That is not the way that it works. That is not the way that is going to keep you healthy. Yes, suppressing your flow will make you unhealthy. It will make you unhealthy. Believing that you have control of it absolutely can bring you into sickness, can bring you into a place of non-belief, right? Ego can trick you into believing that you're at a higher state of energy when you're really not. And that's because you're not conscious about what it feels like to be in this energy, because you don't do guided meditations. You don't talk out loud. You don't talk out loud to us, right? You don't practice it. You don't embody it every day. You're going to become that person. Let it happen. Let it flow. There's no fear involved. The only fear involved is ego-based. The only judgment is ego-based. Many of you think that you can't do both. That you can't, yeah, I know. The limitations of human are increasingly being shown. That how you protected yourself, how you've lived in this place of non-commitment. You've lived in this place of lack. You've lived in this place not believing in yourself. All these things have to shift. Allow us to help you shift them. We do not have names. Guides do not have names. The collective of guides has a name. And sometimes we will tell you. Most of the time we will not. And that's because of the human ego. The human ego is always going to want to connect the conversation with somebody that they can trust. Been there, done that. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. I've been clairvoyant since I was 8 years old. So for me, it was like the same voice all the time. And then it switched, and then they brought it back to the voice it is now so that I can actually trust it, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, there's going to be so much shifting and changing. They're showing it. Okay. You know that ride at the county fair or Cedar Point or wherever you're at, kind of like Magic Mountain or Six Flags or whatever, kind of the tilt-a-whirl kind of thing, where you're where you're spinning around it all in different cars or something like that. They're showing me this because everyone is different. Everyone is spinning differently. Everyone is independent. Those are the changes in your life. Yes. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Does that make sense? shifting the energy from one experience to another. Because some will spin really fast, others will not spin at all, and some will spin slowly. I don't like it because I get the teacup, yes, the teacup ride, things like that, yes. That makes me sick. I don't like rides anyway. It just makes me too yucky. Never have, even as a kid. Yeah, chimes. Okay. Okay, so this is something same on the same thing, and I don't know. Okay. Somebody's mother's coming through who's going to watch this program or is watching it now and is saying that my daughter is highly gifted. She's highly gifted, but something about the Bible. She's slowly being pulled away from it, but she grabs hold of it whenever she's afraid. She needs to let go of that. We did what we were supposed to do, which was, she's Catholic. Indoctrinate her into the Catholic Church. That's what they did. Although she never believed her daughter believed it. This has come out of the blue, right? Because we're just letting him, just usher him in, Bill. What's that about? So I don't know who this mother is, but she is, everyone on this, okay. Now she makes my head hurt. Hang on. Whoa. She has really strong energy. I'm trying to push her out. I'm trying to have spirit push her out. Okay, she's gone. But this is for whoever the female is who's Catholic, and she's extremely gifted. They did the Catholic Church thing, and her mother understands that she never really believed it. Okay, so yeah, that. Now I got to get that train of thought back from spirit. Okay, cool. They're all looking for the day when you have questions about why do I feel like this? Why am I foggy? Why am I kind of floaty? How come I can't ground myself? Those of you who have done 3D practices in 3D in the past will have to reconfigure why I'm feeling like this. When you do that, ego shrinks. Ego, when you acknowledge it, when you truly feel it, ego does not have a say in that at all. At all. It's all over the place. I'm trying to get them to narrow it down. If not, I'm going to change the subject and just close them out. You have to get one. You have to get one voice. You've got to be in sync. You've got to be in sync, everybody. Well, I want to talk about something, and I don't want to talk about it. I think that's part. I think that's part of it. I just say a little bit about this because they won't stop. They keep focusing me on this thing. they need it. I think we talked about this, about the astrology thing. I believe we talked about it at the beginning of the program, but I'm going to channel what they're saying to me. Okay. So that all the things, all the I don't know what that word is, spirit, atrocities that are happening in DC, in the government, are all meant to get us to the place we're supposed to be in. Everyone has to understand this has to happen so that we can rise, not from the ashes, but rise to the collective. We all know that that's why they picked the United States, okay? It's going to get much worse, and we know it is. I don't want to go there, but they're making me go there. Okay. So the followers, so I don't want to do that. His followers are not going to believe anything that anybody says outside of listening to them. They're all in sync. They're all in sync with each other because they have to be. It's kind of like Germany, 1939. Okay. It will not get to that point. It will not get to that point. They'll just stop reporting it. Okay, they'll just stop reporting it. But those people who are his followers will be caught off guard because they didn't pre-plan. They don't believe what anybody is saying outside of that arena. Okay? And they're talking about food shortages and things like that. Okay? Worse than the pandemic. All right? So we have to just understand that we're being told that it's going to happen. Okay, this summer more than likely for sure. Okay, and prices are going to rise. Okay, again, just like in the pandemic, there wasn't everything that we were used to. And Spirit always said we don't need 2 aisles in the grocery store of potato chips. You don't. 15 flavors. You don't need that. As we get out of buying those things for us to consume, because that's what's happening now, is more and more people are eating less and less junk if they can afford it. That's the whole thing. Is there hardships ahead? Yes. Is it going to affect everybody? Depends upon their thought process. Depends upon their beliefs. Depends upon where they are in believing who they are. If they believe in their connection, if they absolutely understand that you're going to be fine, but your third dimensional frog brain is going to try to keep you in a perpetual state of fear, anger, fear, anger, fear, anger. That is the ripping apart of the 3D. 40 has already settled into the country. That's why many people are angry, because they don't understand the energy. They don't understand that it's there for them because they're starseeds. They don't understand that. And and as things perpetuate, as they get worse, as they get as shortages continue, okay? It is our job to help those people out. It is our job to make sure that we're in the right space, we're in the right energy, that we understand by talking to our spirit guides that we're going to be fine. Now, Spirit wants to say this. This came in from the outside, so I don't know who this being is. I know he's part of my chain, but I have never heard him before. Something about in the next 6 to 9 months, everyone will hear one of the 5 clairs. Don't have to have all 5, okay? Don't have to have all of the things put together I know. They need to believe this. Again, clairvoyant, clairaudient, all the clairs. There's 5 of them, I think. I think there's 5. You only need 1 to start your journey, to open yourself up. He says, they've been taught they have to study. They've been taught that they have to collect them all before they're whole, which is an absolute third dimensional lie. Okay? Going to college, right? Again, not a lie, because some people have to go to college. That's just who they're here to be, right? I mean, that's what it's about. They're probably going to be the super educated starseeds who can fix stuff. Again, everybody has a niche, and it's going to unfold in front of us for the next 4.5 years. Okay? So understanding that, yes, understanding that it isn't our job to collect. It's not our job to collect. Not our job to collect. It is our job to flow. It is our job to trust that they have got us. Okay? That when you are bored, when you are learning how to flow, there is absolutely no reason for you to occupy your time with something having to do with spirituality. No. Because we will put things in your face. Every person's guides will put things in their face, chimes, to see if they will jump on them, because they believe, because of the third dimensional lifetimes, that they have to work towards their spirituality. They do not. They do not have to do anything but surrender and flow. And that's probably the hardest things they will ever do, because they're no longer in control. Their brain, hey Vincent, their brain is maneuvering them around how to get there, which is 3D totally. Total 3D, okay? I can tell you what, it's been 11 years since I left my job, and I've never been this person that I am now. Never been this guy. With the connection and things like that. Because I finally gave up the freaking struggle probably 3 years ago, you know, of like, okay, again, as I've told you guys before, going to buy a lottery ticket and Spirit says, I don't know what your determination will not get you there any faster, Bill. It will not. That's 3D. It's 3D. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. And they will put stuff in your way to test you. Are they big tests? No. They're little tests, like spending money on things that you don't need to spend money on when it comes to your spirituality. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do this class. Maybe I'll do this class. Okay, that's great. Fine. But you're doing it why? Well, maybe I'll use it. Really? I got to be busy, Bill. That's your problem. Because in third dimension, you had to be busy. Or you're lazy, right? You're worthless. Whatever they told you, or me, or whatever, right? My parents never did, because they would never do that. But you got to have a job, Bill. You got to have a job. I know I got a job. It's good. I'm good. You know. But all of us have had that kind of conversation with friends, relatives, parents, whatever. Okay? Our job is to, in 5D, upper 4 and 5, is to allow that transformation, is to allow that upload to affect us every day. It is our job to do guided meditations. If it's every day, do them every day if it makes you feel good. If it keeps you up in your high vibration, I now do. Okay? Because Spirit, no, Bill, don't do that. Well, it wasn't always Spirit. It was always also ego slowing my process down. I understand that now, right? It wasn't time. It wasn't time for me to be this guy yet. Everything is divinely guided. Everything is soul journey, right? So that's hard for us to understand many times. It's hard for us to accept, right? That we don't have to do anything but allow. Allow. Put the fear away, right? Put the fear away. And it is easy. It's easy to go into fear simply because we've been there for over 12,000 years. At some point in time in our multi lifetimes, if not all lifetime, right? Again, I can say for myself that in fear most of my life. I was a skinny little gay kid from the town I grew up in the 60s and 70s. Bully for a brother. Love him to death, but again, he's a bully. He always has been. Sister, good. Again, mom and dad from the Depression. I get it. I'm an adult. I get it, right? But that doesn't mean that the fear doesn't pop up some days and go. The other day, which was on Monday, I was doing this and that and taking care of the dog and vacuuming, whatever, did my meditation, whatever. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, all of a sudden my solar plexus went, whoop. I was like, oh, what the hell is that? Again, another clearing. But now I knew what I needed to do with that. Do a 10-minute exercise meditation, which is freaking cool, by twisting your body and allowing that energy that's in your body to release. That is the freaking coolest thing they've ever brought me. I was like, what the hell is that? You're kidding me. 10 minutes twisting, letting your shoulders go down, just relax it and twist for like 5 minutes. And then you wipe it down and wipe your stomach down, your solar plexus down. Then you do it again. And you breathe. And after 10 minutes, I'll tell you what, that stuff's gone. How does that happen? How does that happen? Right? It happens. You need to know your chakras like you know your freaking birth chart. Got to. You've got to know where it is. You got to know what's going on. Again, understanding your soul is your backbone. It's your spine. Again, with all the chakras there, right? Chakras all over your body. That's what it's about, is understand. Again, I'm not that guy. I am not that guy. This Capricorn man is not that guy. But when they bring me stuff, tell you what, I do it. Because they're the authority, I'm not. Right? I am obedient. Because they got the power, everybody. They got the power. Why fight it? They're going to put you up in a place where you're freaking rich, have a great house, have great travel. Anything that you want is there. And that is what is so freaking amazing. Yes, there's a video. I'll go ahead and post it on my Facebook page. Bill Clairvoyant, okay? So I've learned that. Again, Capricorn is very ambitious. Capricorn is very into it, right? And I have Aquarius rising, so they kind of work together as a team. One is really intense, and Aquarius is inquisitive, and sure, let's do that. Sure, why not? Again, Aquarius is air, it flows. Capricorn is dirt. It's hard, it's crusty. Leave me alone, I know what I'm doing. That's how I live this lifetime. See? So all of us have these things. I couldn't believe when I saw that. The Spirit brought that to me. I was like, you really want me to do that? And I heard I'm like, okay, that's a yes. So I did it last week for the first time. No, 2 weeks ago for the first time. Right? And I'm like, okay, this is kind of, okay. Wiping it down and, right? And I'm like, okay, if anybody looked in my window, which I'm on the second floor, so they really wouldn't, right? But I'm thinking, okay, they gotta be like, what the heck? What's going on with that? But I'll tell you what, after the freaking 10 minutes, and the woman says, if you need more time, do it for 15 minutes. If you didn't clear all of it, because you have to, sometimes when you're clearing it for the first time, which I've cleared it before with meditations and stones, right? But this way was 10 minutes. And I was like, again, I did it on Monday. And I'm like, okay, this is too freaking easy for this to have happen. Like, it's too easy, but I'll tell you what, the great thing is allowing them to tell me weeks ago, months ago, probably a year ago, about my solar plexus. It's my fun center. I don't have fun. My fun was work. Strange, right? My partnership was work. I worked really good, worked really hard, had lots of people that worked for me. I made lots of money. Well, what else do you need? As a Capricorn, that's all I need. Aquarius, well, yeah, okay, the love thing's good, but whatever. That's nothing but troubles. Boys are a problem, so you know what? Whatever. Yeah. See? But now it's like, okay, I get it. I get it. I get the fact that you're going to show me the way because I'm totally in surrender. I'm totally understanding that my Aquarius rising has to flow. And I'm a Pisces moon. Well, Pisces moon does not go with Capricorn, who would give a hoot if you like him or not. And Aquarius is in the middle, right? Like, oh, come on, Bill, just flow, Bill, just flow. But if you allow them to bring you what you need, you don't have to ask them. Just talk to them all day. Whatever, ask them. Because trust me, they're going to freak your butt out the first time that they say your name, or the first time your heart beats big, or you get the chills up your shoulders and your neck, or your crown chakra lights up. Be like, holy shit, what is that about? Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, I connected to them. You've already been connected to them. They're just showing you that they got you. They've got you. And that's what it's all about, is understanding that the more that you resist because of fear, because of ego, that's what it is. Okay? If you're not doing your guided meditations to clear your freaking energy, to allow yourself to to allow yourself to bring in a higher vibration. Those are all things that ego and fear, which is ego, stops you from. I don't have time. Okay. Kind of like when you have a gym membership and you never go. You buy movies to watch and you never watch them. Yeah. See? It is all, I don't feel good about it yet. I don't really want to do it. Okay, why? Why? Well, I really don't have time. I don't really understand the meditation. I really don't know how to meditate. I don't. Well, guess what? Ask. I'll help you. It's all about breathing. All about breathing. It's all about breathing. Bringing that heart-centered energy where it just explodes and your vibration goes from upper 3D or 4 to 5 and higher, and you go, holy cow. Like I have talked to you guys about, where back in the day I was reading these books about the Telos books that are about the Lemurians, and I would go into this high vibration, didn't know what it was, had no idea what it was. I could read for maybe 20 minutes because I read out loud because I need to hear it, because my brain does not calculate when I'm talking, right? Because normally it's not me talking. I found that out for protection and also for my spirituality, right? So I have to take a half an hour nap. I was exhausted after reading for 20 minutes to a half hour. I have to lay on the couch, pull up the blanket, and I'd be asleep like that. Well, now that my energy's good most of the time, it doesn't feel like that anymore. But that was 2018. Maybe 2016. I don't know. See? But understanding that the more that we use our muscle, the higher vibration we get. Doing your daily practices makes a difference. Makes a difference. Everybody's got 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? To just, even if you don't think you need it, because ego will make you feel like, happened to me again last week on Friday, okay? I'm feeling good. I felt like, yeah, but I didn't do the meditation until Friday night when I'm like, I'm way too angry to go to sleep. Where'd that come from? Well, it was there all day. Ego was just masking it. And so were they. See? And I didn't catch on because I was being obstinate. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to. Well, guess what? I ended up doing it. Again, just a reminder that we have to do it every day to release the energy from our bodies to keep our vibration high. That's what it's all about. That's totally what it's all about. See? So us understanding that our spiritual daily practices are very, very important. They are very important because they're going to take you there. They're going to take you there no matter what, right? But they're only going to allow you to feel good when you do it. And you can only mask over the upset stomach. To mask over being tired, the masking over that your energy is bad, the masking over that your energy is mean. until you speak and you go, holy or somebody looks at you like, what is that about? Whoa, are you okay? Yeah, I feel good. Why? And ego will say, that, I just let it pass. Nah. Where do you carry your anger, your fear? Around your heart or your solar plexus, which is between your rib cage, where the rib cage comes together on the top of your stomach. Yeah. Learn the chakras, guys. Learn the chakras because it's important. My heart chakra gets angry, right? Because as a child, I could not speak and I needed to speak. Telling my parents what I needed was not a reality in my childhood. It's the 1960s and 70s. They didn't really give a shit. They didn't care at all until I made my own money. Then I could take care of it myself. See? And just needing the parent to talk to. And that didn't happen until I was grown. Still lived in the house, but I was grown, see? But still, where do you carry your anger? Where do you carry your fear? It's very, very, very important. It's very important because that's where you have to target. That's where you have to do your tapping, right? It's where you have to absolutely focus the energy and do, let's say, heart-focused meditations to allow that energy to dissipate and learn how to let it go. People will do a meditation once or twice or three times, and they'll get this much out of it. Then they do it the fourth time because it's not really clear in my heart, Bill, blah, blah, blah. They're talking, right? And ego goes, and they go, they get where it's at. They do it the fourth time, and guess what? Bill, it was amazing. I can't believe how great it was. Yeah. Because you spoke the fact that it was around my heart, Bill, and I'm not really getting a lot of help with that. Okay? Try it again. Or here, do this one. Another meditation may work even better. And boom, you have this freaking release, which is lovely. It's wonderful. Again, James, and again, they're on your journey. You're on your journey. What we have to understand is that we need to voice the way we feel. You couldn't as a child. Tell spirit. Right? Do that. Tell them. Right? I wasn't able to say what I needed to say as a child. That's why all of our throat chakras are all tight. We have to learn how to release the pressure in our throat chakra to be able to tell people the way that we feel. Honestly. Be that partners, be that at work, be that at family, be that whatever. Okay? Everybody can't sit around being quiet. Somebody, the black sheep, whoever you might be, is going to rise up and speak. Be chastised for a minute because we don't do that, Bill, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? We do now because I don't care. I don't care. Same thing with my friends. Yeah. See? Because you have to be authentic. You have to be genuine. If somebody gives you If somebody does something wrong, you need to tell them. Plain and simple. It's the way that you tell them. Where do you carry your anger at? Again, it's either your heart or your solar plexus. I mean, there could be other places too that has this much, but these two, because that's how we feel, is this much. And that's what it's all about. That's totally what it's all about. Because the more authentic we become, the faster we raise our vibration. The more authentic we become, because we're starting to know yourself. I'm going to say know each other, which again, that's the way I look at it, because I have guides in my head, right? That it's not just me. Getting to know each other, getting to know when I'm feeling a certain way, connecting to my heart, connecting to my solar plexus, already being connected to them, which is not always a great thing. It can be a hindrance sometimes. Right? Because sometimes they believe that I'm in a higher vibration than I am. Partially because I take it slow. I do what they want me to do. That's what it's all about. Again, submitting, surrendering, and going, okay, I tell people this all of the time. I'm the talent. I'm not the know-it-all anymore. Now, when it comes to channeling, people and getting them to understand what they need to do to go into high vibration energy, sure, because I'm channeling. But I also am old, and I've had plenty of training when it comes to situations in my life. Yeah. And all of you have had some type of that, and that's what it's all about. See? And when you are helping people, because you all will be in the future, you may think that you're not going to, but I'm telling you, you're going to. Stuff's going to come out of your mouth from your lives, either that you did this lifetime or you did in past lives, and it's going to hit that person exactly how it's supposed to, because you're being guided. You're allowing them to take care of you. They're allowing them to give you what that person needs. As Nancy says, verbal filters have disappeared. Exactly. Verbal filters, that's a perfect title, Nancy. Perfect title. Because we all come in with those. We all come in with those because we are a herd, H-E-R-D. We're a tribe. And if you step outside that, guess what? We're all going to die. No, we're not going to die anymore. But 100 years ago, we very well might have. Right? Again, things are shifting to the point of hourly things are shifting. The astrology has a lot to do with that. Okay? The mayhem in the country has a lot to do with that. Right? Because it's shifting. It's changing every hour of every day with more bullshit, with more, again, it is made to get you into fear. It is made to have you reach out to them. Again, doing your meditations make you feel better. Well, again, this is the cause and this is the effect. Moving closer to yourself, becoming more authentic, allowing yourself to flow. Yeah. It's all like this, guys. It's all like this. That's what it's about. It's totally what it's about. Because as we do that, our vibration rises. The tribe gets stronger. Much stronger. Much stronger. The collective gets stronger. That's the tribe. Yeah. See? So this next week is going to be phenomenal. Okay? It's going to be in the middle of the country, which is where Michigan's at. It's going to be warm and it's going to be sunny with a little bit of rain maybe on Wednesday, but it's finally feeling like spring. Get outside and put your feet on the ground. Get outside, put your bare feet on the ground. Sit on the ground. Go to again, you want to go wrap up in a big old winter coat. Go to the water because the lakes are freezing. But get outside and enjoy. Get out of your house. Take the time for you. Take the time for you because they're expecting that. They're expecting that. And there'll be a day, I will promise you, where you will go, you know what, I'm not going to work today. I can't go to work today. I just need to be in bed by myself. Well, that's because you didn't put your feet on the ground outside and kind of do a little ritual thing, talking to your spirit guides or whatever. And you haven't gone to the water. And you haven't gotten in the sun because the sun is invigorating and energizes you. It clears out your energy, clears out your pores. All these things that we hide inside about. We hide in our beds. Why? Because we're exhausted, spiritually exhausted. Because we don't do any of the spiritual practices, the daily spiritual practices that we're supposed to do. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Okay? So I'm exhausted. All of that stuff, the changes. Wow, crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway, I'm going to post this on YouTube in about 10, 15, 20 minutes. Gotta take the dog out. She's driving me nuts. Gotta go potty. If you would go over to YouTube and like, subscribe, leave a little comment, even if it's just hi Bill, or an emoji. I need more likes on my page, guys. If you guys can do that for me, I'd appreciate it. And anybody who's watching it on YouTube, please do the same thing. If you're watching it for 10 or 15 minutes, whatever, because I think the average time is like 17 or 20 minutes, which is cool. Like it. Please like it. Leave a comment if you would. Yes. Any questions, you know where to find me. I will gladly answer them. Memberships, everybody. If you want to be part of a group that is awesome, the energy's amazing, the Coaching for the Soul memberships are fantastic. They're fantastic. I'm so happy when we all get together for our monthly Zoom call, which I said is going to be the 19th of this month at 7 p.m. It goes from 15 to 90-minute. There's 5 different memberships. Okay, so there's something to fit everybody, pretty much, and you pay for 12 months and you get the 13th month free. So if you're looking for guidance, if you're looking for understanding, if you're looking for a collaborative, which is pretty awesome, because everybody's getting to know each other, which is even cooler. Yeah, billhobart.com. Check it out and see. You can even pay half and half, right? It isn't a whole payment thing. So it's pretty awesome. Again, I did all of this for people that I know will enjoy and will understand. And I keep adding things to it, like you can change your subscription anytime you want to and raise it up if you need more time. Or if you don't want to do that, and now extra half an hours are only $65. So that's pretty awesome. Instead of $125. So it's pretty awesome, okay? And the monthly Zoom call is amazing. Again, unlimited questions. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's billhobart.com. This Saturday, I'm going to run another $65 Saturday. I have limited appointments on Saturday. I need some type of day off. So Shannon says it's Wednesday the 21st. Okay, Shannon. And so yeah, Saturday, 11 to 3 or 4, $65 half hours. So it's pretty good deal. All you can do is call or text me. Okay, it's very, 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 very simple. And even if you want to buy them at $65 and use them during the week, you can do that too. I don't care. Again, I don't like rules, as you can tell. I do not like rules. I'm a Capricorn. Yeah. So however it works for you is fine, as long as you get the guidance that you need. That's what it's all about. So that's that. Thanks for joining me today. A little bit confusing, right? With all of the energy coming at me at different places. Yeah. So namaste, everybody. Let me know if you need something. Check out the memberships. Book a reading if you need one. You know, if you don't need one, book it anyway. Yeah. So I'll see you next Thursday, 3 o'clock. Coach for the Soul. See you guys.